Join host Don Day for a whole lot of fun and outdoor action.
Venture Outdoors, brought to you by the City of Wetumpka, a city of natural beauty.
Horse walks into a bar. Bartender says, "Why the long face?" I've just over visited a few friends. They're nice, aren't they? Hey, listen, welcome to Venture Outdoors. Don't you bite me back there. Got a special deal going on today. And we've got a real busy show going on Venture Outdoors today. We're going to visit with an old river rat buddy of ours, Lonnie Carden. And Lonnie knows the Coosa River really, really well. We're going to do a little kayaking with him, and it ought to be fun. So we'll see how that works out. And then we're going to visit with a buddy we visited with in the past, and we'll talk about deer cam candy. It's an opportunity for you hunters to really maybe make some extra special hunts this year with some deer cam candy. And speaking of hunting, there's some new hunting laws we all got to know about. So we'll talk to a game warden about that. So that's all coming up on Venture Outdoors. Why is Wetumpka such a great place to live, work, and play?
It's a great small town community with big city conveniences.
We've got water recreation here in Wetumpka, the Coosa River.
The school systems are great. You've got parks you can take your children to.
And everyone you meet and come in contact with is really friendly here.
The best place in the world to live, work, and play.
You want a deal on a Chevy? Roll on down to Riverside.
What's the difference between a Riverside Chevrolet and the Chevys they sell in the big city? Price. And price sells cars. Our low overhead means savings to you. We're just down the road from those high prices on Highway 231 in Wetumpka. You want a deal on a Chevy? Roll on down to Riverside today.
You want a deal on a Chevy? Roll on down to Riverside.
Did a committee help you pick out that tie? Or tell you which driver to hit with? Did you have to call New York to get permission on what to have for lunch? Of course not. So why choose a bank that does business that way when you can choose Riverbank instead? Local folks who understand your business. No layers or committees, and nothing but smooth sailing ahead. Riverbank and Trust. Service runs deep.
Are you bored, looking for something to do, or want to try something new? Go to ithappensinalabama.com. It Happens in Alabama promotes tourism to the state. So if you own a business or you have an event that you need to promote, contact me. I'm Janet Kynard. And please ask me about your social media and website marketing. I look forward to seeing you at It Happens in Alabama.
Well, Henry's going to drive us up in the school bus. The boats are on the ground already there. Be prepared to hand off your pass. The guys will see that and know what boat to put you in, and it moves pretty quick. And how many of you have done the river before? Most of you. Okay, y'all have it. A lot of people ask me, how do we know when we're at the Moccasin Gap? The upper rapids are all formed by finger-type islands. The river splits, and you either go to the left of the island or right of the island, and it constricts the river and it creates a rapid. Moccasin Gap is the little bad Johnny, sort of. It decided to go across the river and make a real blockage there. And that in 2005, that was the site of the National Freestyle Championship. So it is a really good feature there, good enough to have the National Championship on. And it's a real resource to have if y'all are local to really learn how to kayak. And I'm a whitewater instructor. I feel like the Coosa is the best training river in the country because it has good features, safe consequences, and warm water for at least 6 months out of the year. I know other places are really good, but they usually have icebergs for 48-degree water. It's not really conducive to learning a whole lot. You don't want to stay under your boat too long and think about it. It's cold. But we're going to go have fun and not have any storms. And I'm getting lucky to paddle this morning because it's kind of quiet. And I'll yell War Eagle when we're out. War Eagle!
Coosa Outdoor Center is ready to roll, ready to hit the mighty Coosa River. Janet, are you fired up?
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
I'm about this much scared,
Well, don't be scared.
this much excited.
But you've been on the river before, but just by canoe, right?
By canoe.
You've never kayaked now.
No.
And it's going to be about a 4 or 5 hour trip. You ready for it? Got some paddling arms ready?
I'm sure I'll find muscles I don't know that I have, but yes, I'm ready.
You'll have a ball. It's the most beautiful river in the whole wide world.
Oh, Janet, I'm going to look after you. Oh, gosh, did I eat that much since last week?
Let's talk to Lonnie Carden. Okay, we're going to let Janet go get in there. I like Lonnie. Shoot his feet right quick. Let's get these
goofy shoes.
Yeah. All right. Lonnie Carden, you ready to take the crew down now? And hopefully you got a pretty good bunch here. You got a few newbies in the bunch, though, right?
A few newbies.
Yeah.
Most of them said they'd been down the river before.
Yeah. Okay. So you fired up, ready to go.
Fired up and ready to go.
How many trips do you think this has been? You've been doing this river for a long time.
Thousands.
Really? Has it been that many? Been since the 70s, right?
Yeah, 76 is first trip on the river, and used to skip off work about 3 o'clock in the afternoon because they would run the generators till about 7 or 8 o'clock at night. So we paddle all the way from the dam to town, which made it a little bit longer trip, but it also ran bigger flows. So.
Well, look, folks, if you've never been on this river between Jordan Dam, or Jordan, I call it Jordan Dam, down to Wetumpka, is one of the most beautiful sections of river you will ever see. And this trip will be about a 4 or 5 hour trip, right?
Yeah, about 4.5 hours.
Yeah. So it's just a gorgeous piece of river. If you haven't done it, you need to hook up with Lonnie and his crew and just have a ball, I guarantee you. Listen, go get them and have fun.
There we are.
Well, I hope you can hear me over the roar of the water, the Coosa River. Love this river. Well, we left the group up at the headwaters just below Jordan Dam. That's where they put in. We saw them take off, and we came back up to Moccasin Gap, which is where we are now. And believe me, when I tell you the reason they name it Moccasin Gap is because we just saw a pretty good sized one. But anyway, I think over my shoulder right now is our group coming down. So I think Janet's in there and all the rest of the crew. So we'll watch them as they come through the gap here. Should be fun. Have you heard? Sheila C's Burger Barn is now open in Wetumpka. For the best burger you'll ever put in your mouth, you've got to try the famous Sheila C's burger, made with only the freshest 100% ground beef, nothing frozen. Fresh meat, fresh bun, made just the way you want it, man.
Would you like some fries, Don, to go with
Well,
that?
Miss Sheila, I would indeed. Eat in or take out, and they cater. Sheila C's on 231 in Wetumpka in the village center. Just look for the two red roofs.
Mom, it is so cold in here. I think the heat is broke.
Sooner or later, it'll happen. Your AC or heating unit will quit working. When it does, call Andy.
Looks like we'll have to call Andy.
Anytime, day or night, call Andy.
Call Andy.
Call Andy's Heating and Air.
Family owned and operated. Right on target.
Call Andy, because he's my dad and he takes me fishing.
Hey, I'm Andy Marcos. Give me a call for all your heating and air needs.
Zap Man! Zap it, Wizard Man. Zap Pest Control. Residential, commercial too. Zap's the name to know.
Hi, I'm Frank Bertarelli, owner of Zap Pest Control. Give us a call for all your pest control needs.
Call the experts at Zap Pest Control for hometown service.
Zap Pest Control. Zap Pest Control.
Are you using that spare bedroom as a closet? Or maybe you don't have enough room for your car in your garage? Then maybe it's time to visit Mike Motley at Leisure Isle. Leisure Isle has one of the largest selections of awnings, carports, and portable buildings. They can provide complete setup and delivery. Leisure Isle also has portable office buildings, large outbuildings, hunting lodges, or maybe you just need a place to relax with one of their ready-built gazebos. Visit Leisure Isle today on the Wetumpka Highway at the River Bridge. You know, I had a chance to look around inside the store there before everything got started today. You've got pretty much something for everybody that loves the outdoors, don't you, in the store?
Pretty much, except, you know, I'm not a hook and bullet type shop, so I don't have the guns and
Right.
and
But I'm talking about like climbing and camping and.
Oh yeah, that's what Southern Trails was set up about. There was a void there in the 70s of outdoor shops that carried quality gear toward hiking and backpacking and climbing. I mean, that was, you know, just unheard of down here. And there's actually this bluff right over here is a very exciting place to go climbing. And a good startup. I mean, it has weather restrictions like any other climbing, but so we had the climbing stuff. We had
all the clothing.
The clothing for cold weather. You know, down camping in the south in the heat is not fun.
Right.
So the best time is fall and early winter and early spring. And people go, I don't like to be cold. And I said, you don't have to be cold. You can be comfortable.
And you're right off 231 in Wetumpka.
You're right off the River Road in Wetumpka, across from the Armory.
All right. That's a good place to stop by and get all you need right there. Hey, let me catch up with a couple of folks. They paddled down. I saw them on kayaks earlier, and they paddled down here to Moccasin Gap and kind of pulled the boats up and took a break, a little lunch break. Hey, what's your name?
Aaron Lacasio.
Nice to see you.
Hi, Amanda McKenzie.
Amanda, y'all having fun today?
We are, always.
Yeah. Always. How many times have you been on this river?
I've been on it about 5 times now.
You too?
Dozens and dozens.
Isn't this the most beautiful river in the world?
It's pretty gorgeous.
Yeah. This is one of those picture rivers, isn't it?
It's amazing for being a dam-controlled river here in the south. It's about as good as it gets for whitewater.
Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoy yourself and enjoy the ride all the way down to Wetumpka.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, appreciate it. It's out here though.
She's got to go down backwards. Oh, look at that balance. Way to go, girl. Oh, boy. Thank goodness for life jackets, huh? With a few more folks out here been enjoying this beautiful river. What's your name?
Michelle Allen,
Michelle, where are you from?
Hanceville, Alabama.
Hanceville. The population just went down 1 when you came here, right?
Yeah.
All right,
probably
who's this?
so.
I'm Randy Nicole Leak
From where?
from Marbury, Alabama.
Marbury.
I'm Casey Henderson. I'm from Falkville.
From where?
Falkville.
Falkville.
I'm Dustin Arden. I'm from Coleman, Alabama.
Okay, so we got just a mishmash of folks. Y'all obviously all know each other.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. So, do we come down the river this morning? You just kind of take a break?
Yeah, we always stop here and take a break.
Yeah, I think everybody
have lunch
does.
And
Yeah.
watch
Having
everybody
fun?
else. Yeah.
This is the first time on the river?
No. We've been here.
First time. What do you think?
This is my first time kayaking and it's fun.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. You gonna make it again?
Hopefully.
Good, good. Well, listen, I appreciate y'all being on
No
with us.
problem.
Thanks a lot. Enjoy it. See
Thank
later.
you.
Be safe.
All right.
Well, look, we finally fished this drowned rat out of the water. She went over and has been paddling like crazy to get back to dry land, or in this case, dry rock again. So, Janet, what about it?
It was amazing. The views were so beautiful, and this is like an amusement park.
Yeah, it really is. It's beautiful.
It was just awesome. And then taking that tumble,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, I think I needed it by then. I was hot.
Yeah, it's time to jump off.
It
well, I
was.
was wondering because I've been watching you paddle down there, and I noticed how you were struggling against the current, and Lonnie was helping you out. But you're using muscles that you don't normally use.
Definitely, and I'll tell you, from about here to the middle of my forearms, they're dead now.
Yeah.
I finally got to the point to where I finally told Lonnie, I don't have it in me to come back up that creek one more time. I just didn't think I could make it.
Yeah.
Because it does take a lot of strength
Yeah, it does.
to do that.
It does, but there's a lot of technique involved. As you saw, Lonnie can make it look easy, can't he?
He can. If you've got the right technique, it's a piece of cake.
Well, we'll see you at the end, all right?
Okay, thanks.
Well, Lonnie, we have had a great time, and you still get a little ways to go down the river, and the rest of the crew does too, but I've enjoyed watching y'all work awfully hard today.
Thanks. Janet's going to have a lot more fun because she's game to follow.
She is.
And she's got a real good spirit about her.
Yeah, well, I think you're a great teacher, and I could tell that you were being cautious and careful with her and calm, but it means a lot. You got to have somebody that goes down the river that knows what they're doing, and obviously you do. But we appreciate your time today, and folks, if you want to have big time fun, tell them how to find you on the internet.
Well, it's Coosa Outdoor Center and Southern Trails up on River Road in Wetumpka.
You got a website address?
CoosaOutdoorCenter.com.
That's
I'm
what
not
I thought
much
it
of a
was.
web player.
Thanks, Lonnie.
Thanks.
Too much fun, a whole lot of rocks, whole lot of river, and we'll be back in a moment with more Venture Outdoors. Have you heard? Sheila C's Burger Barn is now open in Wetumpka. For the best burger you'll ever put in your mouth, you've got to try the famous Sheila C's Burger, made with only the freshest 100% ground beef, nothing frozen. Fresh meat, fresh bun, made just the way you want it, man.
Would you like some fries, Don, to go with
Why,
that?
Miss Sheila, I would indeed. Eat in or take out, and they cater. Sheila C's on 231 in Wetumpka in the village center. Just look for the 2 red roofs.
Mom, it is so cold in here. I think the heat is broke.
Sooner or later, it'll happen. Your AC or heating unit will quit working. When it does, call Andy.
Looks like we'll have to call Andy.
Anytime, day or night, call Andy.
Call Andy.
Call Andy's Heating and Air.
Family owned and operated. Right on target.
Call Andy, because he's my dad and he takes me fishing.
Hey, I'm Andy Marcos. Give me a call for all your heating and air needs.
Zap Man! Zippity zapping wizard man. Zap Pest Control. Residential, commercial too. Zap's the name to know.
Hi, I'm Frank Bertarelli, owner of Zap Pest Control. Give us a call for all your pest control needs.
Call the experts at Zap Pest Control for hometown service.
Zap Pest Control. Zap Pest Control.
Are you using that spare bedroom as a closet? Or maybe you don't have enough room for your car in your garage? Then maybe it's time to visit Mike Motley at Leisure Isle. Leisure Isle has one of the largest selections of awnings, carports, and portable buildings. They can provide complete setup and delivery. Leisure Isle also has portable office buildings, large outbuildings, hunting lodges, or maybe you just need a place to relax with one of their ready-built gazebos. Visit Leisure Isle today on the Wetumpka Highway at the River Bridge. It doesn't matter whether you're a farmer or you own a bunch of cows or horses, you can always find something that you need at seed processors, for example. And I'm gonna put these down right here, and if you don't mind, I got a little more shopping to do.
Okay.
All right. Something else I got here is deer cam candy. It is amazing stuff. I'm gonna tell you about that in just a second. You might remember a while back we did a piece on deer cam candy. Well, we're going to bring him back and talk a bit more about it because it is deer season and everybody's getting all fired up. We got Brian Keith Headley with us. Come on in here, brother. Good to see you, man.
Good
Everything
to see you
all right?
today. Doing wonderful, I tell you.
The last time we talked, you were in the process of getting your product out more and more and more, and now we're at seed processors. This is one of the locations where your product is available.
Yes, sir, that's right. What we did, we came up with a new product this summer, and we actually got it approved by the state game officials that you can hunt with using the candy. What it is, it's a bag. You take it and hang it up, and you have to hang it overhead high. As long as it's hung overhead high, it is legal in the state of Alabama.
Over our head high?
Over our head high.
Okay.
What it is, that way you don't want the deer grabbing a hold of it, tearing holes in it or whatever. But you use it as a scent dispenser. It comes packed in the deer cam candy. It has deer cam candy around it. What you do, you take it out and you hang it up. You don't leave it out there. You hang it up while you're hunting. When you get through, you take it down and put it back in the bag and take it back with you.
I got you. Zipper here, got a zipper on it.
Zipper
so that you
there.
put your product inside.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It comes with the product in it. What this is for is if it happens to rain on it or something like that, you don't want it to get stopped up because it is a scent disperser.
I got you.
You unzip it, pour it out on the ground, then you've got enough in the bag to fill it back up and still keep it in the bag with the candy in it, or, around it. That way it keeps it fresh for the whole season.
One of the things that amazes me about this, and we talked about this before, deer just forevermore love this stuff.
If they get downwind of it, they're coming to it. I don't care how far they are, as long as they can smell it. They can even smell you and they'll still come to it. It's just the urge for them to eat on it. Now, we raised deer for 13 years. The last 4 years that we had them, the candy was all that we fed them. And raccoons don't eat it, hogs don't eat it. When you put it out there, you're feeding deer. You're not feeding everything else in the woods, and it's good for them.
Well, something else. I tried it, and I don't eat it either. It really didn't taste real good, but the deer love it. That's the main thing right there. All right, where all can we find this deer cam candy now, brother?
Right now, we're in approximately 75 stores in Alabama. The best thing to do would be go to our website, BKM Outdoors, and you can get a list off of there of what's closest to you.
You get it all throughout this area, the central Alabama area,
Central Alabama, we're in Montgomery, Millbrook, Prattville, and here in Wetumpka.
Deer cam candy, one of the great places you can get it is right here at Seed Processors. Well, there's some new laws in effect now for deer hunters. We all got to be aware of them if we're going to be in the woods. And to explain them right now, we're going to get somebody that knows what he's talking about. This is Keith Mann. He's a game warden with the state of Alabama. And the new laws that have come into effect, Keith, are going to be affecting all of us. But we really got to know exactly what is going on here. What's legal, what's not legal? Can you run all this down for us?
That's a lot to do, but we'll do the best job we can.
Yeah.
We've got a new regulation that came out this year, and it pertains to hunting deer with the aid of supplemental feeding. In the past, you could not feed deer and hunt the same area.
Okay.
This new regulation is going to help to define area. And basically what that says is that if you're going to hunt an area where you're supplemental feeding your deer, the feed must be over 100 yards away and out of sight with natural vegetation or terrain. For example, folks, on this area definition, if you can go out to where your feed is and it is over 100 yards away and you can still see your tree stand, then you probably need to move that feed to another location because you don't want to be able to stand there and see your stand from where you're feeding. That would be considered bait, and in the state of Alabama, baiting is still illegal.
All right, what about scent now?
Scent is not a problem. It's like using a deer scent or a attractant scent. As long as it's not edible, then there should not be a problem.
How do we find these in print? Where do we see these rules, these new changes that have been made? Where do we see them in print?
You can go to Outdoor Alabama, our website, and type in regulations, and all these new changes will be on the website, or you can go by the department and we have regulation books we can get you.
Because of new changes now, because of new regulations we're putting into effect, are you guys going to be a little bit more lenient maybe with hunters?
On some of the new regulations, yes, we're going to try to get the word out and explain it more so. But if we have blatant violations, then it's going to be a case-by-case basis. Most of our officers, we try to use common sense, and we're not going to just go out and start hammering the public on something that's just come out this year that's new.
I understand. Any other comments before we wrap this thing up here, Sergeant Mann, about hunter safety, for example?
I'd like to remind everybody to wear their hunter orange. That's a very important aspect. And also tree stand safety. We have a lot of accidents with tree stands. Make sure you wear a harness in your tree stand. That's one of the most important things you can do.
Well, absolutely. That's good advice for everybody. Keep it in mind, especially young hunters. And by the way, speaking of young hunters, if you're out hunting sometime and the game warden just happens to appear next to you, it's because he's a ninja. I'll tell you that for a fact. Back in a moment with more Venture Outdoors. Why is Wetumpka such a great place to live, work, and play?
It's a great small town community with big city conveniences.
We've got water recreation here in Wetumpka, the Coosa River.
The school systems are great. You've got parks you can take your children to.
And everyone you meet and come in contact with is really friendly here.
The best place in the world to live, work, and play.
Venture Outdoors is brought to you in part by BKM Outdoors, Deer Cam Candy. Just pour it on the ground, pour it on a stump, even cover it up. Then set up your camera and see what you've been missing. And by AKD, providing custom screen printing, embroidery, and advertising specialty products. Well, you get it made, don't you? All you do is eat and get fat. Sounds like me. Listen, thanks for watching Venture Outdoors. It's been a lot of fun today. Always great to get on the Coosa River. Love the Coosa. And Lonnie and his crew, just a great bunch of folks to work with. We appreciate them a lot. New BKM product. You got to check that out now. If you're a hunter, I know you're anxious to do that. Plus, you obviously got to know about the new game laws. So make sure you visit our website. I feel you licking on my arm back there. It's ventureoutdoorstvshow.com, and by all means, friend us on Facebook. All right? We'll catch you next time on Venture Outdoors.